Well, hello, and welcome to the first official episode of the WhatOtter Podcast. My name is Scout, and this is,
Mops.
and this is our honorary guest, Biscuit. She just nodded. So I think before we actually get into the topic of today, which by the way is BCW wrestling, specifically Draw the Line, the last show that happened November 9th,
Yes.
which was this past Saturday as of this recording. Before we jump into that, let's go ahead and talk about a little backstory about this podcast. It was kind of impulsive.
Spur of the moment type thing?
Yeah, so I had I'm in college and I had an English essay to do, and then she's like, well, you guys have to do a different media for it. So I was hitting up Mox and I'm like, dude, let's do a podcast. And then after that I'm like, oh shit, let's do an actual podcast. Because we can just fucking talk forever.
Oh, dude, we can.
So might as well make it entertainment for others.
Yeah.
So
make a bank off of it.
For fucking real. So here we are. Now the word WhatOtter is whatever, but otter because it was originally my idea and I love otters. A lot of this is just gonna be us rambling on. And if you guys ever have any ideas or anything, we will be making an email for inquiries as well as leave us comments on Instagram and YouTube, which is where we're going to be posting most everything. So let's just go ahead and get into it. What
She's
was
ready.
Yeah, you are ready, aren't you, Bisky? So what was your opinion on Saturday?
Oh, my opinion was made clear, as I was saying.
Okay, let's talk about the beginning. The beginning half of the show before the intermission. How was your how did you feel?
God,
about all the
were the
wins.
first matches?
Oh, now I can't even remember.
Oh, I really can't.
I remember there was that triple threat.
I love the triple threat. I will say I did really like the tag team match as well. I really liked.
Oh, the handicap match?
No, the one with Chris Watson and Big Set.
That was the last half, though. That was right before.
Yeah,
because they got Jeb in there.
Yeah, that's right.
We're just gonna be all over the place.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Unless you want to whip out your phone and look through their.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. I remember the first match was Lilith and that other guy. I don't remember his name.
Reeves, I believe his name was.
Yeah. It was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst.
No, his name was not Reeves. His name was Cash. Something.
Cash?
Chasen D. Cash was his name.
It was okay.
It was okay. I'd give it a 5-ish.
It was a good opening match.
Yeah, for an opening match to start everything off.
Yeah, just to get everybody kind of engulfed in it. I think it was a really good match to start off.
Oh, and then Fiona and Victoria.
Oh, Dude, she followed me on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I followed her and she followed me back. I was so happy. I think it was really nice to have two females wrestle each other. This was the first time. I've been going since March, and you've been going since May. So this is the first time that we've both seen two females going at it against each other, and I think it was a brilliant match. It was definitely well organized. I really like that one. I give that one about an 8 out of 10. Well, 7.5.
Yeah, I think I'd go 6.5, but I'm a more violent person.
I just BCW, dude. I mean, that's valid. You also do AEW a lot.
Yeah, I'm more there for blood and like that.
I do like some of the moves that Fiona did, and then I like some of the ones that Victoria did on Fiona too.
Dude, Fiona's a hard hitter.
I know, right?
She was.
I want her build. I aspire to have her build for sure.
Yeah, she was definitely I'd hate to be in a ring with her. I just know. Poor Victoria woke up sore the next morning.
Oh, absolutely. She went home sore, dude.
Uh-huh.
What was the next match?
Zayn and Marcus.
Oh, okay. Let's break this one down because a lot happened in this match. A lot
did happen.
Okay, so to start off, the actual match itself, Marcus won, didn't he? Was it Zayn that won?
Did they have a winner? I thought it was called.
Because
Homeboy came out.
What was his name?
I can't remember. And I hate to say that, but I cannot remember what his name is.
I prefer Zayn out of that duo though because
Yes, absolutely.
yeah. So I think it was supposed to be Zayn was gonna win. No, Zayn did win.
Did he?
Yeah, because he was on he was there and then Homeboy came in with the fucking pipe
Yeah.
and then went to smack him while he was pinning down Marcus.
That is right.
So unfortunately it would have been a second loss for Marcus because Marcus didn't win last time against Emilio.
No, Marcus is not on a good.
No, he's not on a good winning streak the past few months.
Very good wrestler though. I would love to see him as more of a heel though. I would love to see him really tune into that kind of fucked up doctor side of him.
I'd like to see him in a tag team.
Oh yeah.
He'd be really good in a tag team for sure. Or a handicap.
But I don't know with who though.
Emilio, I think for him and Emilio going against other people, going against Nefarious.
But Emilio already has the dude I cannot remember, funky hair dude. The one with the spikes.
Oh yeah, you're right. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right.
Because he's got the LWO.
Yeah, that's right. But I meant like for like BCW, like doing like a handicap match with those two against
I
somebody
think
else.
Absolutely destroy.
Oh yeah. Oh, they should go against Big Sid.
Oh god. Oh, you know who would be kind of good with?
Who?
Ryan.
Yeah.
I could see them getting down.
For sure. Ryan Justice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could hike because they're.
Wasn't that the next match too? After that too?
Yeah, that was
Speaking of segue,
threat. That was Phoenix, Justice, and Guzman.
Emilio. You're not so friendly, Vato. Yeah, we claim him as our husband, and I will put that on the record out there.
Oh, it is. He was recorded.
I will happily just like not cut that part out. For sure, he's probably one of my favorites. Absolutely. Yeah.
He's honestly like outside of like his character work is phenomenal. It is one of the best I've seen for an indie show. But his wrestling is also really, really good. Like he really brings that character in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He hones in on that. And I mean the acting and the wrestling, the way he's able to stay in character when wrestling, amazing.
You can definitely see where he takes from people like Eddie and Rey Mysterio and he really follows after Eddie, and I really see that in him every time I watch him.
And I love it every time. I'd say my favorite was the Puerto Rico. The Puerto Rican wrestling match. Yeah.
That really brought out his
like he was able to show that.
Yeah.
Because I think there was a lot less rules in that wrestling match compared to BCW. But yeah.
Which I would love to see him in like a no ropes match or something like a collar match or just something. Ooh, maybe even a street fight.
Oh my god.
I think he would do so well in a street fight.
Absolutely. Who won that match? Okay, stop for a second. Who won that match?
Emilio.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Emilio's the number one contender.
That's
for the BCW.
Right. That's right, yeah.
He's gonna have to face Damo at some point.
Oh my goodness. So after the triple threat, didn't we go to intermission though?
I believe we did.
Yeah, okay. Whoa, hold on. There was a handicap match before intermission.
It was after intermission.
No, it was before because I wanted to get a picture with TJ and Atticus because they wanted to keep their titles, and then they went into intermission.
That is correct.
It was supposed to be a handicap match, but Mac the Franchise was in action, and he decided to join that match.
Yes, I completely forgot about that match.
So it was Atticus, TJ Slater, which they're a duo that's called Nefarious, and then Mac the Franchise, and what is it, Dustin, or...
Reeves, that's the Reeves dude.
Draven Reeves.
Yes.
Draven.
I have no idea.
I think it's Draven.
I'm sure it's Draven.
Anyways, they are... It was definitely an interesting match.
It was. I love the energy TJ brings every single time.
He gives that nonchalant...
He's such a work.
For real. I love him every time. And then I feel like Atticus is his hype man.
Oh, absolutely.
He's so his hype man because like, he has the fucking megaphone. He's just like, I love Nefarious. The energy that they bring to any kind of show, and the way that they interact with the audience too.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Probably one of my favorite interactions so far. I will say.
Oh yeah, the pictures that you took with him, that was fun.
I was taking pictures with TJ.
Just like the stare down. I got
Those
a lot of
honestly
pictures of you
might
guys.
be some of my favorite pictures.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Him holding his pec down
Yeah.
might be my favorite.
Favorite move TJ does.
Oh.
Minus the patty cakes. He plays patty cakes on the other person's chest.
I actually really like some of his suplexes.
His suplexes are really good.
I really like it. Speaking of suplex, I loved Emilio's Three Amigos.
Yes, I totally forgot about that.
He played it so beautifully, and he did it perfectly.
That's true. I totally forgot that he did that, too.
He did it. I loved it so much. I loved the Three Amigos. It's probably one of my favorite moves in wrestling overall.
I think either me or Aaron got a video of him doing that.
I hope so. I would love it.
I'll go through after we do this, and I'll send it to you if I find it. But yeah, I have to say patty cakes is my favorite.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that match, Nefarious are sore losers for sure.
They're sore losers.
Mac and Draven won the titles. Unfortunately,
they did not win the titles. They were going to win.
It was by default that they win because they walked off.
Nefarious did leave.
Yeah, they walked out of the ring and just left.
Was it Mike or Guapo that told them that if they did it again, they would lose the titles?
Guapo.
Yeah, it was Guapo.
Yeah, it was John from Not Your Average Mark podcast. Yeah. Which he's the general manager now, and that's amazing. He does a lot of good things. But yeah, no, he was saying that Atticus and Mac have to go head to head in January, which is their next show. So that's gonna be.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I love the energy Mac brings.
Do you think it's gonna be a 1-on-1, or do you think it's gonna be another tag team?
It's supposed to be 1-on-1. Supposed to be. And if Atticus walks out, they lose the titles. They'll be stripped of them.
But TJ is not going to be happy about that.
I think TJ is going to end up pulling some stuff.
When does he not?
Yeah, when does he not? I think he's going to maybe interfere.
Oh, for sure. Something's going to happen. And he's probably going to turn it into a tag team. Or a handicap.
Yeah.
He did that last time, didn't he, though? No, Atticus did that last time because it was TJ and somebody, then Atticus came out.
Yeah.
Ooh, one thing we didn't talk about with the Zayn, though, was the argument.
That happened at the last show that you were not at.
Really?
Yes, when they really started breaking down.
Okay.
They went all out because they were supposed to fight. So I think you were there when they broke apart.
Yeah, I remember. I have that video.
And then they fought at the last show.
The one in September?
Yes.
Okay.
And
who won?
Neither of them. I think they had to call it.
It was just
Zayn might have won.
Okay. I could see Zayn winning. I'm sorry. The other one's too old for me.
He's too emotional. I can't remember his name. I feel so bad.
He's not that good. Like I hate bashing wrestlers because I'm not one personally, but as someone who has grown up watching different types of wrestling, he definitely used Zayn as a crutch whenever they went head to head with other people. That's personal opinion, of course.
And that's why Zayn left.
Yeah, because it was just like, tag me in, and he's just like, nah, bro.
He thought he was better, and he unfortunately was not.
Like, if you're in a tag team, keyword, team, it's not boss employee. Like, that's kind of the best way to put it.
I will say, he did utilize that pipe very well.
He's great with
so
props.
Hard.
Yeah, no, he's great with props.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a bruise?
I think so. He hit him good. It looked like it hurt.
Biscuit change position. But what was the announcement that him and Guapo... Oh, no, so he ended up taking, which there's a new announcer. His name is Joel Montoya. But he ended up taking Joel's microphone, and Joel just walked out of the ring like, whatever, dude.
Joel was tired.
He was done already. And then he just went on and on and on about, like, wrestling and stuff like this. And then he brought Gabriel Alexander into this stuff. And I'm just like, don't bring my boy into this.
No, dude was just sitting there.
Like, he was just watching.
watching.
Like, don't bring him into this. But he was like, we've been doing this for years. He's like, almost 30 years we've been doing this. And I'm not here to get disrespected. I'm just like, dude, you're in the wrong industry if you're doing that. Because, I mean, wrestling, it's a hit or miss for sure.
Yeah.
But what was Guapo straight up called his next match. Or he offered the next match. What was it?
I think they have to fight.
Yeah.
I think they have to actually fight. I think something happened at the last one that I don't remember.
Oh, no, so he was saying that he wanted him to go, that he was like, yeah, let's just go ahead and do it in January.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, I want to do it right now. And he's like, sorry,
That's right.
Zane's already left the building.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is Levelland, this isn't Lubbock. Like, you guys should already know where he's at.
He's just down the block. Calm down. He's at McDonald's right now.
It's like 4 blocks away.
Literally.
Levelland's so small. But no, like, that was insane.
Yeah.
For sure. And I'm just, like, I totally completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
I don't know. I can't get over him hitting him with that pipe.
For real, though.
Speaking of
hitting.
Guapo.
Oh, yeah.
Tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
Which Guapo was not in. He was supposed to be in.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be a tag team. One side was Big Said. Was it Concrete Gorilla or something like that? Yeah. It was,
Cement Gorilla?
No, it's Concrete Gorilla. I just forgot if it was Gorilla Concrete or Concrete Gorilla, but it's Concrete Gorilla.
Spelled with a K.
Yeah. And then Chris Watson, which he is like one of my new favorites for sure. I love his theatrics, just like milking, getting hurt and shit.
The drama he brings.
For real. Oh my gosh.
If you're watching this, I have a personal vendetta against him, and we will be fighting. That's his next match. His next match is me and him.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to cut this out, put it on Instagram, and tag him in that shit.
I'm calling him out right now.
But it was those two, and then it was supposed to be against Guapo and Brandon Groom, which I had actually never heard of until Saturday.
I have been to multiple shows in the area.
But he was the first BCW champion.
He was. And it was very well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
He is a really big dude.
Oh yeah, he's great. Like, fucking, he suplexed the fuck out of Chris. Was it a suplex? No, it was a 7-foot fall.
Yeah, when he like choke slammed him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was. God, I love that video I took of it.
Oh, you need to send me that one. I'm gonna throw that in here.
Alright.
I'm just gonna be like,
we'll just use all the clips we took.
Fuck yeah. But no, so originally it was supposed to be Guapo and Brandon against Big Sad and Chris. And then Guapo comes up in just plain clothes. Me and Mox look at each other like, the fuck?
He's wrestling in his jeans.
Which is not uncommon, because in the next match we end up seeing that. But anyways, back to this match. We forgot that, was it Jeb?
Yes, Jeb was in the building.
Yeah, Jeb was in the building, and he was supposed to be in action. And so then our conclusion was that he was going to put Jeb in, which is exactly what happened. So it was Brandon and Chris going against each other for the most part, and then Big Said and this scrawny little Jeb. And don't get me wrong, I love Jeb, but
hey, he is enough, and that's all that matters.
Exactly, but I don't think
he was not a match.
Fair.
No.
It was not a fair fight.
Dude, when he hit that pole, down for the count, I would have retired right there. I would have been giving him my resignation papers. Like, yeah, this is it. Goodbye.
Yeah, no, because my brother got a picture with him, and he looked really like, he was just like, I want to get out of here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I remember standing up and making sure that I got, like, because Chris and Groom were they were in the ring, and then Big Said and Jeb were, like, out of the ring near the merch tables, which personally, I think for that wrestle match, they should have had 2 referees.
Probably. I mean, Big Said alone needs 2 referees. That's a big dude. Like, his name is Big Said for a reason. He's a big dude.
That's true.
Groom and Chris were really going at it, though.
Oh, yeah. No, they were.
Like, they took it to each other.
It was 2 separate wrestling matches.
It really was.
It wasn't like Nefarious and Reeves and Mac. It was definitely just 2 separate things going on. And, like, if you were looking and you look away from one for a second, like, something else happened. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming, honestly.
Very. But a very well played out match in the end.
It was Groom who won.
Yes. I think he pinned Chris.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because Chris and Said turned on each other.
Yeah, that was
right. Because they had the chair and... Yeah. Oh, because Big Said punched him, remember? and then he got rolled up.
Oh, yeah, that's
Because they
right.
had argued for a bit, and then they were like, okay, we're good. And then Ced just, like, got all mad over again and punched Chris in the face.
That's right.
And then Groom rolled him up.
That's right. And then he got pinned down.
Yeah.
And then Jeb was also still trying to go at it with Big Ced, and just like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, good for you guys, but like,
yeah,
I would have just walked out at that point.
No, I would have been gone. I would have been home.
For real though.
The moment that dude came out,
Nope.
It would have been like, "Hey, your opponent is Big Ced. That's cool. I'm going home. How about that?"
It's like, Guapo, you can do this. You wanted to do this.
This is your match.
Which, by the way, the entire time that Guapo was telling Big Ced what was happening, he was pissed the fuck off.
So was Chris. Because at the last one, Chris and him argued for like 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, they were arguing about dick size.
This is bigger though.
Probably Chris. Have you seen him? I mean, I know I sent you them Instagram posts. Let's be honest, we all know.
Talk about that.
We all know who's bigger.
Look, man, it's getting long.
Man, this fan ain't working no more. Ooh.
You mean blushing on camera?
All I'm gonna say is he need to pull them pants up. Or lower. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. You need to pick one or the other.
Give me blushing on camera. This is not cool, man.
Take it all off.
He did say he had an OnlyFans.
He does have an OnlyFans, and you know what? I'm subscribed. I'm paying. It's like $30 a month, but hey, I'm there. Suddenly, I'm rich. I'm in debt now.
I can't. So how many do we have now?
Oh, too many. Good Lord, too many.
Emilio, Chris,
and
then segue to our last match.
This is our segue. the ones we'd smash. That's the segue.
Like Logan and Catherine, like I love them so much.
Amazing people,
for real.
Probably some of the nicest people I've ever met.
I'm tagging you guys in this. I love you guys so much. Thank you for answering the questions I asked, Catherine. I appreciate it because Logan didn't answer, but it's okay.
We were there for what, like an hour or 30 minutes?
Yeah, we were there for a while just talking. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He let me invite him to graduation.
Huh?
He told me I could invite him to graduation.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, him and Emilio.
I'm so inviting them to my graduation too.
I could not ask Damo. He looked right at me and walked away. I think he was in a rush though, because he had to go. So
you could ask him in January.
Yeah. When we saw him in the little building, they were filming something.
Oh, they were probably filming the winter.
Yeah, they were filming a promo for his next thing. Because he's gonna be here on Saturday again.
You can go there. I'm working.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, next match. Yes. Last match. Now,
main event.
Let's talk about this match for a second.
Ooh.
Personally, I think this one came out of left field, talking about what happened during this match compared to the rest of the entire show. It wasn't something that I was expecting.
Complete change up.
Bull rope. I feel like that's enough said.
But there was build up, and I think we should go over the build up first.
For real. Okay, so obviously from our little talk, it was between what does he call himself? Thunderbird, Damo, and Logan Knight, the Spotlight. Now, Logan Knight's always been my favorite since I started going in March, and since Mox met Damo.
Oh, I'm a Damo person. Huh? I'm a Damo person, hardcore.
No, I mean, none taken, because I love Damo too, but Logan's my favorite for sure. All right, anyways, build up.
So, at the last event, it was supposed to be Damo and Logan.
Yeah.
However, Logan did not show up and had his manager show up. And they played a video. Logan pretty much said, "Fuck Texas. I don't like y'all. I won't be there."
Yeah.
And, well, I think it was Guapo came out and was like, "No, you're going to face him. And if you don't, I'm stripping you of the title." And so that's how. And Damo got to decide the match because he showed up and Logan did not. And he said, "All right, I'm going to go bull rope."
Yeah.
Which was a choice.
Yeah. Which I wasn't there at the last show. So I didn't really know all that happened. So thank you for the recap.
Yeah.
So that was the build up. And then they walked out. They did their little intros. They got into the ring. And, well, before anybody got into the fucking ring, the referee walked out with the bull rope. And I was very confused because I did not get that recap because nobody told me.
Oh, whatever.
In my defense, I was having food poisoning that day, dude. I was sick.
Get over it, man. Get over it. Food poisoning ain't nothing but a sickness.
I'll say that to you next time you have a cardiac arrest. Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's just a sickness. Get over it.
Get over it. God, you're being dramatic.
All right, who got hit first with the cowbell though?
Damo.
Yeah, because that split his face open.
Yeah, and then I blacked out. I blacked out.
So I remember taking a video, and I wasn't necessarily looking because I was just like, that is like way too much shit going on. But I looked, and next thing I know, I hear Mock say, "Oh my god, he's bleeding. His head split open." I'm just like, what the fuck? So I look, and there's just blood dripping down this motherfucker's face. I'm like, oh shit. And then next thing I know, I see Logan rapping, because like I have PTSD with that shit, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, I was having a whole ass panic attack. So Mox walked out with me, but Aaron did send me videos of all of that. So I ended up seeing most of it before. Mm-hmm. After that, Damo and him scuffled for a bit. And then I think Damo whacked him a couple times with the cowbell. And then they were just going back and forth. Like, they still had the fucking rope on their wrist, and they were just going back and forth. And unfortunately for me, but fortunately for you, Damo won the title.
Yep.
But, you know, it happens.
It happens.
He'll get another win.
He's the holder of 3 titles now.
Yeah, because he's got one for
SCP.
And then he posted on the story if you want to look. Did. Because I don't want to be like incorrect and like shame this man. It's on his Instagram.
I know they had posted a picture of all 3 of them.
Yeah, but he tagged them in there too.
Give me a minute. God.
This is our first episode, so we're not fully prepared. I do apologize. Next time we will be.
Matt War.
There we go. But yeah. Congrats to Damo, dude. Yeah. Like, it wasn't. Yeah, no, it was definitely well worth it. I enjoyed the last match.
It was probably my favorite. I'm a very hardcore person. Yeah, I really digged it. Like I said, I blacked out.
Like, well, as I said earlier, you watch AEW, like you love that type of shit. And I was texting Catherine earlier, and I was asking her like, what was her opinion on the outcome, and she's just like, I'm biased. I like both, but I'm never gonna like turn down the chance to watch a bull rope event. So that's valid, and I highly agree with that. It was honestly my first bull rope match I've ever seen. I wasn't expecting it, so I think that was my issue. Yeah. It's the fact that it was like something. Very like I've never experienced that before. But the fact that I know both wrestlers, it definitely was like, oh, okay. Like now that I know that's a thing, and then I did see after the match, I finally saw all of Damo's videos with his bull rope matches. Yeah,
he's been doing a lot recently of all his dog collar matches. I think he's had 2 or 3.
Yeah, recently. I remember. Yeah, like after Saturday, just they were all popping up on my feed, and I'm like, wow. Like, you couldn't have helped me out before Instagram. Fuck you, feed.
Yeah, he's really getting into it. I'm really digging it.
If it's cool with you, can we dive into what Logan's been advocating for recently?
Yeah.
Because, so, last month, I want to say it was the 8th, it was right before my birthday, Logan went to, it was one of OKC's commissioners.
Yes.
So, a couple months ago, there was an issue that arose with intergendered wrestling in the state of Oklahoma. Now, we live in Texas, but it could still affect us. And it affects Logan with the fact that he's from OKC and he refuses to wrestle there now. Like, he'll go to Amarillo. He'll go to, like, every other state except for Oklahoma. So he's advocating for intergendered wrestling, which, if you look into him, he does OnlyFriends with his partner, Stormi. Follow her. She's amazing.
Gorgeous woman.
For real, though. I
Gorgeous
cannot
woman.
wait to meet her.
Absolutely stunning.
Did you watch the video of him at the commissioner?
I watched clips of it. I did not get to see the full thing.
I ended up watching it while I was at work, so I was just tuning in every now and then. But it's interesting. Like, I think the way that he put it, it was very well spoken, very thought out. And I really think a petition should be made, if it isn't already. And now, unfortunately, like, he did everything he could, and with how high up he went, it still wasn't high enough. So they couldn't have done anything. But I really hope that someone that's up there says something and something gets done, because I think it's bullshit. Like, honestly, like...
And it's not even really, like, all intergender wrestling. It's the fact that there are trans wrestlers.
Yes.
That they are not okay with.
Which that's how it arose at first, because
Yes.
It was a cisgendered female and then a transgendered female. So born male and transitioned to female.
And I believe it was AEW.
Yeah, it was.
Because it was Nyla Rose, who, if you don't follow Nyla Rose. She is the funniest person ever. Another gorgeous woman.
I'm definitely gonna have to, like, clip all this stuff and just, like, put it on Instagram and just tag everybody.
Just me praising Nyla.
For real. Which I had never actually heard of her until, like, Logan, until he posted something about it on Facebook, and then I just looked into it. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, they did a show in Oklahoma,
and she was the one who won, wasn't it? Or was it? Yeah.
I can't remember, honestly, but they were just mad at her because they were like, well,
oh yeah. So it was upset. They were upset because someone who was assigned male at birth won against a cisgendered female, and they're like, well, that's not fair. Okay. I mean, we've seen intergendered wrestling all the time, especially outside of Oklahoma. Like, what's the big issue of somebody who transitions medically and, like, they're taking all these hormones? Like, even if they don't, like, I don't see the issue.
Yeah.
Like, if you are both at the same weight limit, like, you know, heavyweight, middleweight, lightweight, if you're at that weight, then what's the issue?
Yeah.
Someone help me out here. But I definitely think something needs to be done for Oklahoma. Get your shit together.
For everybody, for that matter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I'm calling on Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Oklahoma. That's why it's always so hot there.
Yeah, I'm kind of going on, like, a little bit of a Logan Knight rant because he's my favorite. I'm unironically, like, I just put this on today and I was like, well, we're going to go, you know, do the podcast. I'm wearing some of his merch.
Can you not eat your leg right here? It's really not okay, ma'am.
Let's not. Thank you.
Thanks.
Want to give her a goldfish?
Where did they go?
Oh, it's right here.
Oh.
But, anyways, so he is, was he openly bi or openly pan?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think he's, I don't remember. But he's definitely not straight. I want to say he's openly bi, but he could be pan. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Logan. Don't hate me.
Should have done your research. He's gonna text you after this.
For real. He's like, why did you do this? But I do also know that both him and his fiance, are in the LGBT community, and they're really big advocates for that. And from someone who's going into being a legal assistant and then a lawyer, like, I am really big into advocating for mental health, disabilities, LGBTQ, women's rights, immigration rights. Like, we're all people. We should all be treated the same. We should all be treated with respect and equality.
Unless you're, like, a rapist or something.
Well,
if you're a bad person.
If you're a good person, then you need to be treated well. If you're a bad person, you need to be treated like shit. That's my opinion on that. I think my favorite part of the shows, aside from actually watching, is interacting with everybody.
Oh, yeah. Super sweet. They're all so nice.
Oh my God, for real.
Mine is Chris Watson. Fuck Chris Watson.
TJ, though. He was a little mean, too.
No, he flirted with me. He blew a kiss at me.
Alright, then I guess I haven't been
yeah, it's not like you. You got nice Chris Watson. I did not.
Well, he wasn't exactly nice.
Oh, what were we
Back
talking
to our
about?
regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
We're talking about your vendetta against Chris and mine against TJ.
Yes.
But like, so as I said, I've been going since March, which I started going because where I was working at, Mike was going to everywhere, and talking about how they had they had a show that was to help raise awareness for suicide prevention, which I think was really good. Like every 2 months they do a show, and every time they try to do something like involving the community. So at first it was
a suicide
prevention, then autism.
Yes. And then first responders, and this one was veterans.
No, we missed July.
July was suicide prevention, was it not?
No, that was May. Oh. March. So March was suicide prevention. May was autism. Forgot what July was. July was like the heat, because that was the one that Gabriel got hurt in. Yeah. So sorry. Like usually we talk about this shit and we know it.
Yeah.
But anyway, September was
first
responders, and then this month, because today, which as we're recording is the 11th, this month was veterans. So, and thank you for everybody who's watching who's served. Thank you for supporting our country. But
go y'all. Go them. I supported a veteran today, actually.
Your mom?
Chickies. Chickies.
Really?
Yeah, she's a veteran. I had no idea. She looks mad young.
Shout out to Chickies from Lubbock.
Dude, shout out to you. Hook me up, dude.
Yeah, she makes really good stuff.
If y'all are in the area,
I'll have to take Logan and Catherine there.
Oh, absolutely.
Or at least talk to them about it and give them some, because absolutely. Like, we'll have to just go there after we go into Hook and Row.
Oh, yeah.
But they do stuff in the community every time, and me and my little brother, we went there for the first time, and it was amazing. Like, I felt very much a sense of community, a sense of family. And my little brother, he automatically made friends, both with the kids around there, and the wrestlers. And so every single time, like, they know us. During intermission, we'll go and talk with everybody. After the show, we stayed for almost an hour and a half talking to everybody, getting pictures with everybody. It's like every single time. It's crazy.
Your little brother helped clean up the ring.
Oh yeah, he really did. And I was just like, what are you doing? He's
helped collapse the ring.
I'm just like, give me your stuff so you have both hands. He's like, okay. But like, it's really nice to have that sense of community and, like, acceptance.
Yeah.
It's fun to see almost everybody at the same time. Now, it was my first time seeing Chris Watson. Just Ryan Justice, Brandon Groom, Dustin Reeves. I haven't seen him. Or Draven Reeves. I don't know why I keep saying Dustin for some reason. I want to say Dustin Reeves. That sounds like a wrestler name. Does it not?
I know Dustin Rhodes.
That's probably what I'm thinking.
It probably is.
But anyways, Reeves was the first time I've seen him. We've seen Phoenix before.
Multiple times.
Yeah, we like Phoenix. We love him.
Love Phoenix. We mentioned him. Do we want to talk about Gabriel?
Alexander?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 months ago, back in July, Logan Knight and Gabriel did a match together. And you know more about the technicalities of this.
Yeah.
So if you want to explain the move that everything happened with. Which, okay, I'm going to preface, no hate to anybody. I mean, as we know, I'm a Logan super fan, and I love Gabriel because my little brother is also named Gabriel, and he just adores him. So, no hate to anybody. We're really just talking about what happened, the technicalities, and how Gabriel has healed and recovered. We know what happened was an accident. It was obvious it was an accident, and we're just thankful that everybody made it out. Okay. So, with that disclaimer, let us continue, because I don't want us to get hate from this.
Yeah. So, Logan went to do I want to say it was a power bomb.
It looked like a middle rope.
It was a middle rope power bomb. If not, it was a tombstone. Or a pile driver, I believe. And from the moment Gabriel went, sorry, I need a drink. from the
pause
moment,
real quick?
no, I'm okay.
Okay.
From the moment Gabriel landed, I literally, like, I leaned over to you and I was like, he just broke his neck. And I knew it. Like, it was just, what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to tuck their heads. I don't think he reacted in time in order to fully tuck his head, or he thought he had. I don't know what happened there. But his head was not fully tucked in. I don't know if he just landed wrong. And he happened to hit very high up on his neck. And I remember leaning over to you and being like, he broke his neck. Or, like, fractured his skull. And he kind of just laid there for a minute, and I could see him just reaching for his neck. And my mom is a nurse there at the hospital, and I start texting her. And I'm like, hey, something happened. And
they ended up continuing the match afterwards, which I think was really risky. But
it should not have been done. I will say this right now. I highly advise, if you are a wrestler
and you get injured,
you think if your opponent gets injured or you get injured, call the match. It does not matter what the fans think. Gabriel's life was put at risk by continuing the match, and it's not to hate on anybody at all.
I mean, that was his own decision.
Yes, it was his own decision. You could hear them communicating, and he said, "Let's finish it out." Which, big props to him.
They did end up changing the outcome of the match.
Yes. However, he should have. I don't think he really put himself at risk. And so my mom texted me back and said, we sent out an ambulance. They'll be there soon.
Because somebody else had called 911.
Yeah.
I remember Logan's manager. He grabbed one of the boots, threw it into the ring, and then they ended up with Logan winning the title.
I think the match ended in like 5 minutes, too.
It was a little more than 5 minutes. After the injury, it was 5 minutes. Because I remember I'm friends with Gabriel's mom on Facebook. And I remember watching the match from her perspective. So from where we were sitting compared to where she was at the merch tables, it's you could see exactly what Logan's move was and how Gabriel landed.
Yeah.
Compared to the video that I took.
It was bad. And he was taken away in an ambulance shortly after. It was only like 10 minutes after the match that they took him.
And then I think like a day or so later, we ended up hearing about it both from Gabriel's Instagram and his mom's Facebook. But what vertebrae?
I want to say it was his C2 or it was C3 or C4, which for those who don't know, if you break or dislocate C1 through I believe C3, if you hit any of those first four, you suffer what's called internal decapitation, in which if you move, you will essentially die or become very paralyzed from neck down. Yeah. And he barely missed it because I know he grazed it pretty good.
Yeah.
And they did surgery the following day or something.
7 hours of surgery.
Yeah, 7 hours of surgery.
It was that night that they did surgery.
Because I think they flew. No, they didn't fly him. They sent him in an ambulance. They sent him to here in Lubbock, actually, where the doctors did a phenomenal job.
Oh, yeah. He did show off his scar a couple times while at this show. And we've seen it before on Facebook and Instagram. It's gotten a lot better. And the entire time he was in recovery, he's like, I'm going to come back out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to keep pushing. Which props to him because not a lot of people still have that courage to continue doing anything after that kind of injury. I remember seeing videos of him at physical therapy. He's walking, the neck brace is off. And it's been 4 months. It's been 4 months since the accident. Because it was like, what, July 11th or something? Yeah. It was July 13th.
Yeah.
So in 2 days, it'll be exactly 4 months. So, but I'm really proud of how far he's come.
I mean, just seeing him, I was like, wow, this is not the same kid that I saw.
No. And the fact that he still wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
There is going to be a lot of danger, but I think he's not going to wrestle like as much as he did.
Yeah. He's definitely going to need to be careful on his neck. I think it's going to be taped up a lot.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to start with some like light wrestling. Yeah. I think it's going to be around.
No throws, no nothing. Just grabs.
I think it's going to be about 6 to 8 months at least until he gets back into BCW. Yeah. Can we talk about the fact that Justin wasn't there?
He was not.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like I was like, wow, someone's missing, and I was like, it's
Yeah.
Justin. And there were a few others that weren't there either that are usually there. I don't remember their names because they're like, I mean, I know that there's more like guests
Yeah.
in a way. Max Volume wasn't there, which
It was not.
he comes and goes.
Yeah.
I know he wrestles at Jake's back room sometimes too.
Yeah,
But
I don't think he was. I mean, I had to leave early at that show anyway, so.
yeah, but he wasn't there this time.
I don't know.
But I know that Justin wasn't there, and I was just like, huh, because I figured he would be there at least, to see Gabriel or
Yeah.
even as a guest.
Yeah, he was not there though.
Very interesting.
Which, speaking of to see Gabriel, big shout out to the entire BCW people.
Oh, for
Every
real.
wrestler there who showed up to the hospital, you know who you are.
Yeah,
Y'all
everybody
are
involved.
The medical team,
Mhm.
the on-site doctor
Yeah.
who is just a wrestler, Marcus.
Yeah,
shout
Marcus
out to
MD,
you.
for real. He's a great guy.
To the paramedics who got him, to the nurses. I mean, I know the nurses.
Yeah, I do too. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm there quite often.
One of you is paying me currently. 2 of you pay me quite frequently.
But big shout out to the entire BCW.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing, especially with how you were able to handle all that and make sure that he got out of there alive.
And also still continuing to cater to the fans.
Absolutely.
Not letting anybody know that something was actually happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a few of the people that like volunteer and work there, they were blocking the doors and they were like, all right, let's do this last match.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Definitely kept people moving.
Yeah, they kept them entertained for a little bit before, they saw that everything, like, I think everybody knew that something was going on.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard not to when the ambulance backed up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But the fact that, like, at least everybody, all the patrons respected and understood that let's give everybody space. It's once again, a sense of community. It's a really big thing in the BCW. And, I mean, that's why I love it. And I honestly cannot wait until January comes around and we see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I said in the beginning, we are going to have an email.
What the fuck are you doing?
She's getting comfy, okay? She's trying to sell her paws on OnlyPaws, okay?
OnlyPaws is $13 a month.
Yeah, if you want pictures of Biscuit, OnlyPaws $13 a month. You get free paws every day.
Yep.
Girl math. Anyways, but as I said, we have an email, we have an Instagram, we have a YouTube now. So you guys comment, you can DM us, you can send us emails on, random shit if you want us to just include stuff. And if anybody's down for sponsors, we'll always take sponsors.
You think I could sponsor?
You could sponsor?
Yeah.
For what?
The company. You think we could, pull that off somehow?
I forgot we both have our own companies.
We both have companies. We just forgot we were business owners. I was literally just talking about me going to work. Just forgot. I was like,
dude, I haven't had a
commission
commission in over a year.
Dude,
no, it's been just under a year.
For me.
So
it has been a while. I was kind of getting tired of it though. It was too much strain on my body.
We're natural blondes, I swear. Well, I mean, you can always shout out Hellhound's training. And I'll shout out Utterly Hooked. Okay, so because we're blondes, at least on the inside, for you, we're forgetful as fuck.
I was born blonde.
Okay, yeah, we're natural blondes.
Yeah, natural blondes.
We both have companies that we would like to shout out. So my company is a crochet company. I make plushies. I make blankets. Blankets take about a month or two at least. But it's Utterly Hooked. I will leave the link in the description below. And Mox, if you want to talk about your...
Yeah. I own a dog training and paracord dog gear business called Hellhound... What the fuck's my business called?
Hellhound Training.
Hellhound Gear and Training.
Yeah, Gear and Training. Which link will also be in the description.
If you care to support.
Even if it's just a follow and keeping up to date with us, that would be great.
I haven't posted in about 2 years.
You post on your story every now and then, though.
Occasionally. Sometimes when I'm working with the dogs.
Yeah. But we're trying to get back into it, but I think the podcast is kind of going to take over. Getting off of your little tangent about college and Colorado and
whatever.
Fuck all. I'm jealous you're moving to Colorado, but also I'm like sad you're leaving me. But anyways, so as far as other topics that this podcast is going to be considered. It's called WhatOtter. Whatever. Okay, so we're going to talk about literally anything and everything. I'd say the rating is PG-13, for sure.
I wonder if that picked it up. Ooh. I'll get some neck cracking ASMR.
So we're going to get some biscuit chewing and Mock's neck cracking.
Yep.
Love that. But I know for a fact one of my friends, Jory Neff, he's an author for a young adult novel, and he's working on his second book and third book right now. Like, he's editing his second book, writing his third book, and he has voluntold me, essentially. He's kind of roped me into doing a voice for the main character.
Oh, that'd be sick.
And one of the side characters.
Your foot is on your laptop.
I know, I see. But I do plan on bringing him out here for a podcast, and we interview him and talk about his book and stuff. Because it's a really good... It's a young adult fantasy. It's not like smut or anything like that. There's a couple, PG-13 shit. But overall, it's a really good book. It's middle-aged. And Miranda, who's the main character, she is phenomenal. Like, it definitely gives... Do you know how often we actually see a young woman who's, like, the genuine hero and main character in a fantasy novel? That's fucking rare. Like, the support character is a male. There's no actual main character that's a dude. She doesn't get saved. She's not a fucking, princess in distress, damsel in distress. Like, I love the book. I've read it like 3 times now. I'm in love with it.
I'll have to check it out.
I have a copy if you want to borrow.
Let me finish my book right now.
Oh, yeah,
I've yet to finish the book.
Take your time.
I've been reading.
But, like, let me know, and I'll let you borrow it.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking great. And then I have a buddy who goes to Texas Tech. I am still in the works of discussing with him about coming on here and us talking about, just chatting about law. Because you and I like to chat about law from time to time.
Yeah.
Him and I both want to go into constitutional law, so that's kind of cool. Anything else you want to talk about before we close out?
No, man. We've talked for like a good hour.
We could talk for longer though.
We could.
We could do fucking 2 podcasts right here, right now.
We really could.
We already have technically, because we're gonna cut this up.
Yeah. I think we just made 3 episodes, honestly.
Including the very first one, yes.
Yes.
Which that is getting posted, and then as soon as it's done, I'm gonna post it probably on my personal, just so, yeah.
Yeah, let me know you post them.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been told to send them to Max, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, that first one we're just doing. I'm doing for my English, but then after that, the rest of them we're getting put on the WhatOtter podcast.
Yeah.
But as I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, any ideas, and anything that we talked about for BCW that we got wrong, please correct us.
Please.
Because like we don't want to shame anybody. We really don't want hate. Like we genuinely
love everybody there.
Yeah, and so like if we said something that's a little incorrect, even if it's like
I mean, we forgot that dude's name.
Which one?
I don't know. I don't know his name.
the
whoever Zane's ex-partner was.
Yeah. Like, if any of that stuff, and if anything that I find that's, like, needs to be corrected, I will definitely, like, I'll edit it into the video. But, yeah, just let us know, and, because we don't want to get any hate for that shit.
Yeah, please.
But you guys have a great night, and we will see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Biscuit, you want to say bye?
No.
You're just holding your head on me.
She's too lazy to hold it up herself, honestly.
Come here. So.
No thanks.
By the way, we're at my friend's like Airbnb, and there is a ghost here. I swear.
There is a ghost here. It rattled my door this morning at like 3 a.m, and he wanted in. He was not
like
allowed.
Casper.
And earlier he turned on the Pac-Man machine.
Oh yeah, he did. I was here for that. Oh my god! But we do need to go to Pride next year.
We do. If it's not too hot.
It's gonna be too hot.
I'm not doing 130 with humidity.
We're going to an indoor pride. How about that?
Okay. Even indoors, it's hot.
No.
Fuck that shit.
Biscuit, do you have any words? You heard her.
She said fuck rapist. I heard that clear.
Anything else we want to add in with this for wrestling, or do we just want to jump into a random topic and just ramble for hours?
Dude, I could ramble about Damo for a good hour and a half just myself.
Do you want that in the podcast?
Oh no, because what if he sees it?
He will see it because I'm tagging him in this.
Fuck. No, because I don't want him to like message me after and be like, hey. Because then I'm gonna freak out.
I will say,
nice set of tits. Rockin' set of tits.
I loved when he took off his hoodie.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
to take the picture. He's like, hold
Dude,
on.
I thought he was taking his shirt off too, because his back came up.
I was like, oh.
I was like, oh fuck. It's about to get real in here.
I am no better than a man when it comes to these
Absolutely not.
wrestlers. I love y'all. I support y'all. I will buy y'all's merch just so I can like ogle every single time y'all have a match.
Your bloopers reel is just gonna be us thirsting.
I'm gonna have this completely separate. Just bloopers reel.
It'll just be a separate episode. Just be like, we thirst over people. That's it.
Episode 1.5.
Yeah.
This is bloopers.
Episode 0.5. That's it.
0.5 bloopers, and then you have to watch the first episode.
Yep.
The real episode. I'm like a Logan.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So cutting that up.
I'm mad excited. I mean, I'll probably be there on Saturday. Do I work Saturday?
Fucking you.
I can cancel. I can cancel. It's fine.
I work 4 to close, so I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Take videos for me.
No, because now I don't want to go. I don't have to see Damo alone.
I work every Saturday, dude.
Fuck. I'll take Aaron.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, what day is that? Because he might be leaving that day.
Oh shit.
Fuck. No, I think he's leaving.
It's the 16th.
Fuck. He's going to Denver.
You're texting your boyfriend. I can't text anybody because we're recording off of my phone. I need to buy, like, once we make this like a full-time thing, I do need to get a camera.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think for the moment, I'm vibing with
This
how
is chill.
By the way,
Till we start bringing in some bank.
for real.
Get that ad revenue up.
For real.
I want an ad every 30 seconds.
No. Maybe.
I mean, the entire time we're talking about Damo, it's just Adam and Eve. Just Adam and Eve ads.
Aren't you like a minor or something?
Shut the fuck up. Still subscribe to them emails though.
Same though. That happens since I was 15.
Yeah, exactly. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Do as I say, not as I do, bitch.
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely more fun.
And I gotta start getting ready for college.
Dude, I'm in college.
Yeah. One of us is moving away though.
Shut up. We're gonna have to figure out how to do this virtually.
Fucking over Zoom.
Fuck yeah, over Skype.
Yeah, in a year this will be over Skype.
I'm gonna be sad, babe. You're leaving me.
I am.
Fuck you, dude.
Did I tell you that it kind of hit my mom the other day?
Oh, dude.
I applied, and I was sitting there as I finished applying, and I told her, I was like, well, I just applied to Colorado, and I went and my mom knows I don't like to be touched by people. She knows that, like, I don't want to be hugged, I don't want to be cuddled, nothing. My room is my safe space. Don't come in here.
Or biscuit.
And I was just laying there, and she comes in, and she, like, picked up my blanket. She got under the blanket with me, cuddled up to me, and we just sat there and talked for, like, an hour. Mm-hmm. And then later on that same day, she came in, and she did my eyebrows courtesy of my mother. She shaved my face.
I need her to do my eyebrows.
Dude, she will. She's a woman, so.
Let her know I need her to do my eyebrows. Yeah. Shout out to Mox's mom.
Yeah, shout out mother. Love you.
She's a great mom. She's my mom too.
Don't think you'll be home when I get home, but. And I pray to God she don't see this. God forbid my mother sees this. I'd be dead. Actually, no, she really don't care. My mom's chill.
All of that is going to be the bloopers. Aside from what we've already agreed to cut out. Yeah. But, damn, that's ouch. You're fucking leaving me, dude.
Yeah. I told my sister the other day too. Or I told her yesterday.
Like, I knew you were leaving me, but you're leaving me.
Yeah, it's
We're
really...
starting shit and you're leaving me.
Yeah, it's coming up, man. I'll be here till August. No, not even. I'll be here till July. And I'm gone.
I'm gonna go see Damo by myself? How dare you?
Fuck you, I'm flying back. I'm only flying back for shows.
Well, at least I get to see you every now and then.
Yeah.
But...
Dude, you're invited to my mansion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm gonna have a cave in the woods.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I love that.
Me and a bunch of other homeless potheads. Be living in the woods.
I thought you couldn't smoke weed.
Not legally yet.
So, I think Biscuit is picking up something on her supersonic hearing. Biscuit.